Hi everyone, this is Yashasvi. I am a third year college student and I've recently cracked Google internship. I did a step internship in this summer, which is 2025, but I got a PPI and I'll be returning again in 2026 as a SWE intern at Google. I mean, since first year itself, I had solved pretty standard questions of every type and I was able to solve easy to medium question easily. And I used to solve it in C++.
Okay, so you are saying that you were doing easy to medium standard questions, all of DSA topics you were knowing in the first year, right?
Yes. But that's when I realized that if I was targeting big companies like FAANG and MAM, I have to do more than that, which are medium to hard questions. And for that, I got to know about your program. And when I enrolled, I specifically focused on practicing hard questions.
So hello guys, with the name of God Ram. This particular problem was asked in a fresh grad software engineer interview at OpenAI and ChatGPT. If you check their CTC, it's very high. Like, in terms of Indian money, it's 2 crores to 5 crores. So the thing is that obviously this problem is based on graphs and BFS. Okay, but what makes this problem complicated is that there are two parts to this problem. The first part is relatively simple to solve, which we are going to do first in this video. The second part created all the issue for the person who attempted this interview a few days back. Okay, so first we will go with the first part. Before I start the explanation of first part, please carefully listen to me. Like, the correct code for the first part is written in this document. I put the C++ link also. Java and Python will be uploaded very soon as well. But guys, you need to have some prerequisite knowledge of graphs. So there is this course. I have added the link of the course here. Please do the graph part of this course, because while teaching you guys this problem, I will assume you know all the concepts which I've taught in the graph course, right? I cannot reinvent the wheel here, right, from scratch about what is a graph and what is BFS on a graph, what is multi-source BFS. You need to know those concepts in advance. And if you don't know those concepts in advance, then also not a problem. Just head over to videsiqna.in and then you will find very important graph videos here. Okay, these are very important ones. If I try to show you some good intro videos, some good intuitions and intuition, insights, thoughts, development videos, then the Uber SD interview, recent graph problem, and DFS videos. You should watch them. Okay, you can try other topics also, but for now please make sure you do graph. Okay, so let's talk about the problem. So in the problem they are saying that we are given a m cross n grid and we have to simulate a disease spread. Okay, the original link of the problem, it was taken from Reddit. You guys can see this link is also available for you people. You can, like, I opened it on a tab as well. So guys, cells can be empty, zero, or they can be healthy or infected. Infected cells spread to adjacent healthy cells each round. Okay, each round infected cells spread to all four directionally adjacent healthy cells. Okay, empty cells remain empty. The spread happens simultaneously. So guys, the English is a little bit complicated in this case, but I will try to tell you what they're trying to tell you. Okay, so basically they are saying that a grid is given to you like this, and all the elements in the grids for now are just zeros and ones and twos. So let's take this grid. Let's say this is a 2. Okay, and all other elements are zeros or ones or two, something like that they are. Okay, and let's say there are some zeros also, then there are some ones also, and then there are some zeros also. Okay, so they are saying that at t equal to 0, this is the state of the grid. So they have given us some timing. Okay, the number of rounds they have given us. Okay, they're asking us that after n rounds, how will the final matrix look like? That's the first question. After n rounds of disease spread, how will the matrix look like? That's what they're asking. So let's say they told you that tell me how will the matrix look after the first round. So guys, the disease is going to spread from the number 2. So if this is a 2, it is going to spread the disease in 4 directions, like up, down, left, and up. So up, down, left, and right. Not up, sorry. Yeah, so you can see what's happening, right? You can see that the cell whose number is 2, it's going to spread its disease to those 4 cells whose value is 1. So diseases can be spread to other cells whose value is 1. They will not spread to the other cells which are already 2 because they are already diseased. But the disease cannot spread to the cells whose value is 0. So 0 are nothing but blockers. So for analysis part, we can just write here that in terms of understanding, just let me write here. Disease in each round will only spread to cells whose value is 1. Cells with value 0 are just blockers. Disease does not spread to them. Ram Ram. I want you guys to listen to me very carefully. So it will spread, and then how the matrix will look like at t equal to 1? Well, at t equal to 1, it will look like this 2 here, 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 and rest of the guys will be 1, right? 1, 1, right, yeah. 0, 0, 0, zeros. Then 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is how the matrix will look like after first round or t equal to 1 second. But guys, in the input, they can give you any they can give you any number of rounds they want, right? So say they might tell you things like they might tell you things like what is the final matrix looking like at t equal to 2 seconds? At t equal to 2 seconds, how is the final matrix looking like? Then what will happen? So guys, the disease is further going to spread, right? At t equal to 2, there are so many 2's, right? This 2 will also try to spread the disease. This 2 will also try to spread the disease. This 2 and this 2 also. such a nice thing going on, right? So these 2's will just try to spread the disease. There are 4 directions. They will try in 4 directions, okay? So in which 4 directions will they try? And this 2 will also try. But guys, this 2, if it again tries to spread in 4 directions, nothing is going to happen. Because the disease has already been spread already. So only these outer 2's are relevant for now, okay? So they will also spread in 4 directions, right? Left, right. But it cannot go to 0, and it will not go to the again diseased cell that is already diseased, right? This was not made clear in the question. We have to assume these things. So in the interview, it's better if you ask these questions to the interviewer. But if you have done many graph BFS problems, you will know that this is intuitive. We know these things in advance, that we are not again going to spread this 2 to this 2, because 2 is already a disease, so it will go in this direction. This guy will be infected by this 2 and this guy. And this 2 will infect this guy, and this guy. But this guy is already infected by this 2, so you don't need to worry about that. This 2 will infect this guy. And this 2 will infect these 2 guys, but they're already infected, so no need to worry. Yes, a cell can get infected by 2 2's at the same time, but the final effect is simple. It is just converting to 2. So at t equal to 2, if we do the spreading, what will be the final matrix looking like? All the blue color cells will be 2. This will also become 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So guys, now the question is that at any given particular time t, can you please tell us what will the final matrix look like? So the solution is pretty simple. We will do BFS. We will do BFS from the, let's assume there is only a single cell in the matrix whose value is true. So we will do BFS from the cell whose value is 2. Okay. But how will we track that the BFS only works for n rounds? You need to put some manipulative conditions in your BFS so that your BFS stops after n rounds, right? But you don't need to do anything like that. You can just do a normal BFS and still the task will be done. How? Let's say that this grid is converted to a graph. I hope you understand how the grid can be converted to a graph. If you don't know, please watch my prerequisite videos. Let's say this is your grid. 0, 1, 1, 1, okay? And this cell is what? Let's take 1 based indexing. 1, 1. This cell is 1, 2. This cell is 1, 1. This cell is 2, 1. This cell is 2, 2. So how are the connections? Are in the 4 directions, right? This is connected to this. This is connected to this, all 4 directions. So how will their graph look like? Graph will say that this 0 is connected to this one. Like I'm turning this grid to a graph for better visualization. It's connected to this one, and this is connected to this one, and this is connected to this. Now, if you want to do, you can do BFS. Let's say this node was 2. Let's say this node was 2. So this node is 2. Let's say now you have this graph. How to give the same effect in the implementation part is explained in the code. You can check it. So this grid is turned to this graph. So BFS from 2, if you do, what is going to happen? You will start traveling, right? Here the level will be 0, and then when you go here, the level of this thing will be 1, and the level of this thing will be 1. So you can just store the levels, right? You can just store the levels. So now I'm assuming that there is this big matrix. You have converted into a graph. The graph is very big. Let's assume this is node 2. This is node 1, node 1, node 0, node 0, node 1, node 1, and node 1, and yeah. Okay. So now how will you proceed with the things? Okay, if I try to reason, try to see what is going to happen in the BFS. BFS spreads like a fire, right? If this is the point where BFS is happening, it will spread like this, like a fire, like a fire, right? So when you do BFS from node 2, what is going to happen? You will assign this node as a level what? As a level 0. Okay. Then you will go in all directions, right? Connected to this node, right? Yeah. So let's cut this because there cannot be more than 4 edges to a cell, right? So let's remove this one. Now it will go in all 4 directions, right? It will travel this node, and I will give this node as level as 1 because all these nodes are coming in the next level, right? This node also level 1. But this node level 1, it will not be giving because we will put a if condition. If we are traveling to a node which value is 0, we will not travel there. We will not travel there. So we will not go there. So guys, you can see that once the BFS is done, our node is assigned the level as 0, and all other nodes, this node is assigned as level 1, this also 1, this also 1. Now the BFS will continue from each of these nodes, right? The level 1 node, you do the BFS, it will go further and it will give this node the value as 2. You do BFS from, then this one, this node will get the number as 2. From this node, if you try to do BFS, nothing is going to happen because there is no new node connected to it. Then, okay, now you will only analyze the nodes with level 2. So from this node, you cannot do any BFS because there is no other new unvisited node. But from here, level 2, it will propagate here level 3. So now guys, each node has a level. Can you see? This node has level 0. This node has level 1. These two nodes have level 2 and this node has level 3. If they are telling you, tell the final state of matrix at t equal to 1 second, then what will be your answer? T equal to 1 second means you only have to print, see, in the original matrix, wherever there is a 0 in the original matrix, there will be 0 in the final matrix also. Wherever there is a 2 in the original matrix, there will be a 2 in the final matrix also. This much point is clear to you, right? Yes, sir. So wherever there is a 1 in the original matrix, how can you know that that 1 can get converted to 2 in t seconds? We already know their timings. For this one, we know that this one needs 1 second. For this one, we know that this one needs 2 seconds. For this one to get converted to 2, that means it is getting diseased. You will need at least 3 seconds to reach this one and disease it. Spread the virus here. So guys, it's pretty simple. For each one, you will check what is the time it takes to make it diseased. Let's say it takes 3 seconds to make it diseased. How do you know it takes 3 seconds? Because recently you have done BFS from node number 2, right? Right? So if you do BFS, you know you will use used array and you will use level array. Used array will tell you which nodes you have visited in your BFS, which will be all the 1s and all the 2s, not the 0s. And level array will tell you the levels. Basically at what time that node gets converted or visited to 2. So if let's say now after doing the BFS, you know that in this gigantic matrix, this one gets level for this one is 3. So how will you know that it can, and the question is telling you t seconds. How can you know that this one can be reached in t seconds? Or this one can be converted to a disease node in t seconds? The meaning of both of the things is same only. Reaching from 2 to 1 in 3 seconds is same as spreading the disease from 2 to 1 in 3 seconds. I hope you get the point, guys. I hope you get the point. So, Ram. So what you will do? Just write a simple if condition. If level of this node is less than equal to t, then yes, print 2. Why? If my t is 5 seconds and it only takes 3 seconds for the disease to reach here, so obviously this one will get converted to 2, na? So if you know the level of this node, I'm writing level of 1, but in reality you will write level of I, j. If level of I, j is less than equal to the t given in the question, then that's it, problem solved. Now the final hook of this problem is that you need to do multi-source BFS. You need to be very careful because there can be multiple nodes whose values is 2. Okay. So let's say your graph looks like this. So if you do BFS from this to, what's going to happen? Level 0 is assigned here. Level 1 is assigned to this node and level 2 is assigned to this node, right? But guys, what if there were 2 2s? So you need to do BFS from this 2 and this 2 at the same time. You need to do BFS from all the nodes whose value is 2 at the same time. So let's write this critical observation here, which is critical observation. You need to do BFS from all nodes whose value is 2 at the same time. Hence, multi-source BFS will be used. If you don't know these concepts, please do my free graph course. It's given there. Hence, multi-source BFS will be utilized. How we do multi-source BFS, guys? Simple, simple, simple. You must be thinking, sir, how do we start BFS at the same time? First, let's start with the visualization. So you have to do BFS from all the nodes at the same time, right? So its level will be what? 0, its level will be 0. Okay, you want to do the BFS from here and here at the same time. What will happen in the first second? This will go here and call it as 1 level. This will also go here and call it as 1 level. Then the BFS will stop. Why? This cannot go here and call it as 2. Why? Because this node has already been visited. It has already been assigned a number. So BFS will just stop. So this node minimum reaching time is 1 second and this node is also 1 second from its closest to. So the trick is very simple. You know, in BFS we use a queue, right? So in the queue, you know what we will store? All the 2's. Basically, we are going to store all the coordinates whose values are 2 in the grids I, j. That's it. And we will store their distance as 0 because the distance from 2 to 2 initially is 0, na? And now start doing the BFS algorithm on this. Like rotten oranges, but here there is no distance. So first you will solve this one, 2, 0, you will try to spread it. Some cells will get 1 value and this will be popped from the queue. But the cells getting distance 1 will come at the bottom. So they are not going to get processed. Again, the priority will be given to another 2 is 0. Then another 2 is 0. Then another 2 is 0. Like this, like this, like this. Okay, and the problem is like solved. This much problem, actually the person who was in the interview was able to solve. They could not solve the follow-up. So we are going to discuss the follow-up problem. Don't worry. But let's go through the code once. Okay. So guys, see, the people watching my videos, I assume that they are either beginners. If you're beginners, do my course and you will understand this code easily. That's why I'm not writing the full code. I have like already done that part. And if you're intermediate, you guys know that logic is the most important thing. Implementation anyone can do once you know the logic. So that's why I'm not like writing the full code. It will like see, if the video duration crosses 1 to 2 hours, then I'm not going to get this video will not reach to the people it needs to reach. That's why I'm trying to make shorter videos. So guys, you can see NNM, I'm using one-based indexing. I took the values dx dy for the 4 directions, right? And then yeah, used array, level array. You can see whenever the node is 2, I'm pushing it in the queue of pairs. I'm marking that it has been used and its level is 0. Then guys, simple BFS. Once you know that BFS, you pop the node, you spread it in 4 directions. You have to make sure that the other node's value is 1 and it has not been used before and update its level. That's it. Then guys, the same thing. What will be the final metrics after the rounds are completed? See, I've taken the rounds and the input at the start, baby, NM and round. So it's pretty simple, right? If the value of the current cell is 0 or 2, it's gonna be looking like the same, like that only. But listen to me carefully. If that cell is value 1, calculate its level. If its level is less than equal to round, yes, it can get converted to 2. But if it is taking more seconds than the number of rounds given, then it will stay 1 only, na? Because let's say the cost or the number of seconds to make this node 2 was 100 seconds and you are only given 2 rounds, then this would remain 1 only, right? So in that particular case, this would become 1. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now let's move on to the part 2, Ram Ram. Now guys, the follow-up is pretty interesting, right? So what is the follow-up? The follow-up is something which made the actual person not solve the problem, but in reality, just using a little bit logic was enough to crack this follow-up. So guys, now the thing is that apart from 0, 1 and 2 cells, now the cells can become 3 also. A recovery time is given. You can read it. The language is confusing, which can lead to some people not being able to solve, or many people not being able to solve. We don't know for sure. There is a recovery time given in input as well, which basically means infected cells become immune. The cells which are infected, their value becomes 2, right? But after some time, their value becomes 3. Oh my god. And after recovery seconds have passed, they stop spreading the virus as well. So what they are saying is that now this is the way they confuse you in the problem. They are saying that the cells 1 can become 2, right? And some cells are originally 2, right? Without like from the start they are 2, and some are turning from 1 to 2, right? Now these the cells having value 2 can convert to 3. They can convert to 3 after recovery, after R seconds have passed. This R is called as recovery in the problem. So after R seconds have passed, since they became 2 initially, this thing is not written clearly, but you need to ask it and make the assumptions clear in the interview, guys. That's what we call as follow-up questions you ask to the interviewer, and make the problem statement as clear to the nitty-gritty as you can get. Okay, try to get to the nitty-gritty of it. So that is involved in the communication skills of yours with the interviewer. Now the thing is that we need to apply some high-level logic here, right? So you know, the cells whose values are 2, they can get converted to 3 after extra R seconds have been passed. Once they get converted to 3, they stop spreading the virus also. A 3 cannot spread the virus anymore. So can you see the problem is what? This is the, let's say this is your matrix. At there, here there is 2, here there is 2. So some of the 2s are spreading the virus. Let's say t equal to 5 seconds, some virus has been spread. But guys, in the middle, some of the cells will stop spreading the virus as well. Some of these 2 will become 3 after, let's say, 8 seconds. This 2 will become 3 after 8 seconds. The other 2s to which the virus was spread, that will also become 3 after, let's say, 9 seconds and things like that. That is creating the confusion in the whole problem. So like if I try to show you with some test case, like let's take the simplest example, right? That this is 2, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. Okay. Let's say there are many rounds. Okay. Many rounds are there. T is big. But let's say the recovery time is 2 seconds. Okay. So in the first second, what is going to happen? This guy will become 2 and this guy is going to become 2. This is what which is happening at the first second. Okay. At the second second, what will happen? This 2 will spread here and this 2 will spread here. You know that it's this guy's level is 0, 1, 1, 1. So, you know what is happening at t equal to 2. But guys, recovery time of 2 is given. So basically at t equal to 2, all this is happening, but this 2 will get converted to 3 because its level was 0 plus 2 seconds, the recovery timing. So it becomes 3. Now it stops spreading the virus. But guys, can you see the trick here? This guy is stopping. Yeah, it looks confusing that this guy stops spreading the virus, right? At t equal to 2. At t equal to 3, what is going to happen? These guys will also stop spreading the virus. This will also become 3. This will also become 3. You got the point? But if the graph was big, the other 2s would keep on spreading the things. So what I'm trying to say is, the trick is pretty simple. Disassociate. Just dissociate and make the events independent. Guys, they are independent of each other. Just forget about 3. Just forget about 3 and the problem gets solved. First step, what you will do? Spread the virus of 2. Why does this work? Because the outer cells are still spreading the virus. They are going to get stopped later. So that's why you don't need to worry at all. This is a very big observation. The problem, you need to do it. Okay. Spread the virus of 2. Then think about 3. Then think about 3. So let's take this example. Let's say 4 rounds are there and recovery time is 2. So what are you going to do? This is 2. 1, 1, 1. This is what? 1, 1, 1. So you become a little smart. You first do that spreading procedure. So its timing is what? 0 seconds. 1 second here, 1 second here. 2 seconds here. 2 seconds here. 3 seconds here. So it takes total 3 seconds to make all the 2s, right? Right. So you can assume that if that 3 case was not there, after 3 seconds, everything would be looking like this, right? You guys agree with me that after 3 seconds, everything will look like this. But sir, t equal to 4. At 4th second, nothing is going to happen. Why? Well, because nothing can be spread anymore, right? Now, independently think about this recovery timing. Recovery timing 2 seconds means what? Whichever value has become 2 now, it will get converted to 3 after 2 seconds. So guys, when did this guy become 2? At 0 seconds. So at 2 seconds, this guy will become 3. So just imagine if you want to know how is everything looking at t equal to 4. At t equal to 4, this guy would be 3 now, because its initial timing when it became 2 is what? 0. And the recovery time allowed is 2. I hope you got the point, right? 0 plus 2? 2, which is less than 4. So by 4th second, this would have become 3. So you now can output it as 3. What about this guy? This guy becomes 2 at t equal to 1 seconds. When will it become 3? It will become 3 at 1 plus 2, 3 seconds. Because it became 2 at t equal to 1 seconds, right? जब टाइम 1 सेकंड था तभी 2 बना था, तो अब 2 सेकंड और करो, t equal to 3 पे 3 बन जाएगा. और हाँ, हमको तो यही पूछा है कि 4 सेकंड के एंड पे कैसे दिख रहा है. This will also become 3 by the end of 4th second. Because it is becoming 3 at t equal to 3 only. So at t equal to 4 also it will stay 3. Once it becomes 3, it stays 3, it stops spreading the disease. Yes, the other 2s might keep on spreading the disease if the graph was bigger. But the nice thing is that a 2 will always first spread the disease and then it will stop, because the recovery time will always be greater than equal to 2 in general. If the recovery time is 0, I leave this case up to you. You can think on your own. Recovery time is 0 means 2 cannot spread, and recovery time is 1. You need to clear it up with the interviewer. Like if the recovery time is 1, it means, we assume for this question that it means that this 2 will spread to 2 here in 1 second and it will immediately become 3. Still the algorithm is working because these 2s will keep on spreading and keep on becoming 3s after on. So the nice thing about this problem is that first, at least for a split 1 second, a spread happens. Only after the spread trial has happened in 4 directions, assuming those 4 directions are allowed, all of them, or some of them, and some of them are 1 and available. Then in the next second only the current cell can be stopped. But wherever it has been propagated, they will keep on propagating and they will keep on stopping. I hope you got the feeling. Like many of the educators are not able to develop this feeling, insight, and intuition in the student. I hope I was able to do that for you. So this guy is also going to become 3. What about this guy? This guy became 2 at t equal to 2 seconds. So after 2 more seconds, it will be t equal to 4, and this will also get converted to 3. So guys, and this will also get converted to 3. This will also get converted to 3. So final graph will look like 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. Why did this final nodes did not become 3? Check. When did this 2 become, this 1 become 2? This 1 become 2 at t equal to 3 seconds. Now it will take r seconds more to change it from 2 to 3. So r is what? 2. So 3 plus 2, 5 seconds. At t equal to 5 seconds only, these last 2 nodes can become 3. But we are only given the journey till t equal to 4 seconds. That's why. So all we have to do is a simple check which can solve the problem. So like he was just from a $240K offer. He was just one if condition away. But he did not, yeah, OpenAI new grade salary, you can see. So all you have to do is just write one special if condition, which is, whenever a node is 0, answer is 0. If the node is 1 or 2, when it is becoming 2 or what was the time it was 2. Either it was 2 since the start, then 0, right? So whatever is the level ij plus the recovery timing. If all that timing is less than equal to the number of rounds, means it has become 3, or else it has remained 2 only. Okay. Or maybe it has remained 1 only. It can happen that some ones you are not able to reach. There can be a 1 which is surrounded by all zeros, right? There can be a 1 which is surrounded by all zeros, like this. Node 1 and then 0, 0, 0, 0. So for this one, the distance level of this one will be infinity. And infinity plus recovery will never be less than equal to rounds. Okay, infinity plus recovery. So that's why you just print the cell as it is. It means that if it was 2, it was not able to become 3. So you print 2 only. If it was 1, it was still not able to become either 2 or 3. So like this, or else 3. So I hope you guys liked it. Guys, I'll give like a free, sorry for a little bit of self-promotion here. I give free live training for FAANG level and FAANG adjacent companies, online assessments and interviews, okay, for like all the students in India and all over the international students as well. I have international student selection as well. So that free weekend live training group, I will add the link in the pinned comment. Please check it out. And yeah, try to do this free 51-hour course. This will really help you. Like I have made this course as per the trends of the FAANG and FAANG adjacent companies, their recent OA and interview problems. People are only doing the old DSA sheets, but I have made this course as per the new trends and I keep on updating this free course. So try to do it. And yes, guys, the most important thing in this life is that in every ingoing and outgoing breath, you need to take the name of God Ram Ram like this. This will make you reach moksha. If you want detailed knowledge about it, the detailed information about it will also be in the description of the video. And in case you want one-to-one mentoring and my daily life training, job referral support, 24/7 doubt support, you want me to handhold you and teach you DSA from scratch till advanced level, you can check our FAB details as well. So now, let's wrap up the video. Very nice talking to you all. Ram Ram. Hope you all have the best day. Ram Ram.